So I've completely covered the floor. I've done most of it in the craft paper and then the little area that I did in the plastic just to show you guys. Now, personally, I like to cover up the furniture, even if I'm not doing the ceiling. And the reason I do this is because sometimes I'll get paint like on my pants, and let's say I walk by that piece of furniture and there's paint on it, there's a good chance I might get paint on it. So I just want to protect it. I want to make sure that it's safe from paint and dust and debris. So I have the box of plastic. This is 12-foot wide plastic. I like the wider stuff, not the 9-foot. And then I'm just going to simply unfold it. And you can see how speedy and efficient I am. All right, now you could just leave it like this, you know, once it's all covered, make sure you've got plenty on each side. And you can just kind of kick it up underneath. Now, I don't like to do that because when you walk by the plastic, it's going to move on you. So personally, I like to tape it down. So make sure you have enough excess on the other side of whatever you're covering. And then start on the one side. And you'll notice that I'm folding the tape or the plastic up underneath. You don't want to fold it out, right? Because then it'll just be flapping around on you. Okay. And then just simply tape it down to the floor. Pretty straightforward process. Okay. And I do this because, you know, once it's covered, I don't have to worry about dust and debris getting under there. The plastic's going to stay. When I walk by it, it's, you know, it'll move a little bit. At least it won't get in my way. And this is just me covering or taping down to plastic. So it's no different than the paper itself. I just thought I'd show you. Again, fold it up underneath and then simply tape it down. This is what it looks like when it's completely covered. Now, see, the floor is covered and the furniture's covered, and we can just go to town on this. We can sand and we can scrape and we can prime and we can paint, and we don't have to worry about anything. So this is the best way to approach preparing your room for prep and paint. This is just a quick shot. I had to use 2 pieces of plastic to cover the television and the couch, and so I just simply taped the 2 pieces of plastic together just to keep the dust and stuff out. Now here you'll notice I didn't cover the floor in the paper, but I don't want to leave it in a tent fashion like this. I don't want to pull the plastic so tight, just in case I want to walk on that part of the floor. So just make sure you've got plenty of extra plastic, and now you can walk on the floor, okay? So here's the room. It's completely covered and ready to go, and we don't have to deal with anything, right? We can just sand and prime and paint. It's the best way to go about it. You'll notice in the left hand corner I've covered the countertop in paper. You could easily do it in plastic, but don't just lay plastic over the top of it, again, because it'll just move around when you walk by it. Could get in your wet paint.